My name is Emmanuel Awumi. I'm the CEO of Cecil Ventures and the lead facilitator for Cecil Entrepreneur Coffee Session. Um, Once a while, I come out with what I call the Cecil Coffee Session. These are thought-provoking, practical entrepreneurial experiences that I try to share to help in developing the human capital base within the entrepreneurial space as part of my contribution in developing entrepreneurship within the entrepreneurial ecosystem, especially among startup entrepreneurs and upstart entrepreneurs. And it is a practical based entrepreneurial experiences that I share in order to help bridge the gap between academia and the relevant practical entrepreneurial experiences we encounter on the ground. And so I have this practical experience as an entrepreneur that I wanted to share and get some information out there to help support other entrepreneurs in making informed decisions to some of the major decisions they need to be able to make to turn their lives around within the entrepreneurial ecosystem. Now, I have this thought-provoking words I have to share that suggests that sometimes you need to lose heavily to gain your peace, or sometimes you need to pay heavily to gain your peace. And the question is, why lose heavily to gain your peace? And why pay for your peace? Okay, now you get to understand the scenario very soon. Now, the bedrock of every entrepreneur is leverage on his mind, the peace of mind that he has. I'll take that again. The bedrock of every entrepreneur is leveraged on the peace of mind that he has. Because you need that inner peace to be able to focus, to be resilient, to overcome the challenges that you encounter within the entrepreneurial ecosystem. Without resilience, without consistency, you might not be able to survive within the entrepreneurial ecosystem. And these abilities can only be derived from the inner person of a man. All right. And the inner person of a man is engineered by the mind. And so if you don't have a peace of mind, it will be very difficult for you to motivate yourself from within to be strong enough to resist the challenges that comes with entrepreneurship. And so one of the energy capacities within the human space in entrepreneurship is the peace of mind. If you have the peace of mind, then you would have had a conducive environment within yourself, within your soul, within your spirit to be able to stand the test of time of challenges when they come your way as an entrepreneur. And challenges within entrepreneurial space is as fluid as the water will flow from the tap. They are consistent in coming up. You will always keep facing challenges. So the success of every entrepreneur is his or her ability to overcome challenges and moving forward. And so if you are unable to have peace of mind, then your journey through the entrepreneurial space will have a lot to write home for. And so as an entrepreneur, you want to ensure your peace of mind. You want to ensure that you have that conducive environment, that peace of mind that you can leverage on wherever you face your challenges to derive enough energy to overcome them. And so if you don't work for your peace as an entrepreneur, you are in for trouble. Now, there is this practical example I'm going to demonstrate to you about paying the price for peace as an entrepreneur in order to have the right energy to propel you into achieving your objectives in life. Now, one of the practical examples I'm going to set to you has got to do with an insurance policy that I took from this insurance company. Now, before you get into an insurance policy, you fill forms, okay? You are entering a contractual agreement between you and the insurance company. And one of the clauses in there is when you are unable to complete the number of years assigned for a particular policy and you truncate it on the way, you are likely to lose your investment on that policy. The other one, once you link your bank account onto your insurance policy, there should be consistent flow of money from your bank account onto your policy to ensure that you contribute every month regularly to make sure your policy is sound and safe. My projections gave me the assurance that I could always have money in my bank accounts to be able to contribute onto my insurance policy. But unfortunately, the reversal happened. It did happen that there were some of the months I didn't have money in my bank account, and so I couldn't contribute onto my policy. Now, an emergency happened for which I need to solicit funds from all my financial investments around to be able, if I can, put money together to be able to solve that emergency situation that has come my way. Now, I went to my insurers to know my policy status so I can know which decision to make. They concentrated on my default payments, of which a penalty will have to be applied. 2, I could not complete the contractual agreement, the number of years I need to contribute before I benefit from the insurance policy. And so that also has its own penalty to pay. So now, this is what happened. I contributed 5,303 Ghana cedis, which account for 17 deductions from my account, of which a few months were not deducted for the past 2 years. In the second policy, I contributed, there was 13 deductions, amounted to 4,400 plus Ghana cedis, of which some few months were not deducted because there was no money in my account. However, I am told if I want to access any money as a result of my failure to consistently contribute for the past 2 years, out of the 4,000, I will only be eligible to 278 cedis. On the second account, out of 5,300 plus, I will only be eligible to 835 cedis plus some coins. I came up with a third option. Okay, what if I decide to close the account? Yes, I knew the agreement says so. I wouldn't have access to the money. But then, this is what I want you to see. I have a total amount of almost 10,000 Ghana cedis in this insurance policy. Out of it, I'm in a dying situation where I need money. The only money I can access out of almost 10,000 Ghana cedis is just a little over 1,000 Ghana cedis. In 2 years, I've contributed almost 10,000 Ghana cedis. I'm in a dying situation. I need money, and the only money I can access is a little over 1,000 Ghana cedis because 1, I defaulted in paying and in contributing in some few months, and then 2, the contractual agreement has not ended, and so I cannot have access to all the money I wanted. Now, I decided, okay, because my financial projections into the future, into the next 6 months and into the next 1 year, I cannot guarantee consistent money flowing into my account, then I will want to close down the policy. Now, the answer was that if you decide to close down the policy, then we are sorry, you can't have access to your 5,000 and your 4,000, the total amount that is almost 10,000. You will not have access to it. Painful, isn't it? But factual reality. All right. Now, this is what I wanted to say. If I do not close that account, what it means is that at least intermittently, some money will drop into the account. And because there's a standing order, the insurance company will withdraw to drop onto my policy. And so the current 10,000 might eventually increase to about 20,000 probably by the end of the year. And definitely there will be default payments because I can't guarantee consistent money coming into my account. And so by the end of the year, when the money have accrued to about 20,000 Ghana cedis, because there's going to be default payments, what it means is that punitive measures will be held against me in terms of penalty for defaulting in payment. And so only a minute amount out of my contribution will be given to me. And I will not be able to access my almost 20,000 Ghana cedis because I defaulted in payment, and also the tenure for the contractual agreement has not gone through. What decision will you take? Anyway, I realized that I'm going to lose almost 10,000 Ghana cedis now, knowing my financial projection for the next 6 to 1 year. So, because of the inconsistency flow of funds into my account, I realized I'll be safer closing down my account and losing 9,000 and only gaining a little over 1,000 cedis than to keep my policy running to lose about 20,000 and only gain maybe a little over 2,000. Between the two scenarios, I rather lose my almost 10,000 now to have my peace of mind knowing that there wouldn't be any automatic deduction from my account, and I can concentrate that money to do other things that can probably turn things around better for me. And so I had to take the decision to close down my policy by losing almost 10,000 Ghana cedis and gaining only a little over 1,000 cedis out of that. So it means that I'm paying for my peace in a bitter way. Painful as it may, but that is the better option for me right now. All right. So this is to suggest to you that in entrepreneurship, you sometimes cannot guarantee consistent flow of revenue. And so your projections could be altered along the way. And so in a situation like this, I have no option than to lose almost 10,000 cedis and only gain a little over 1,000 cedis. If I do not, I would rather end up losing more. And so I have to rather lose to gain my peace or pay to gain my peace than lose in a bigger value with time. Painful as it may, I still have to take that decision and move on. With the peace of mind I will have, it will enable me, strengthen me to be able to propel me to do more and gain more at the end of the day. And so these are some of the practical realities on the ground we face as entrepreneurs. Painful moment comes, but you need to take it easy from within by ensuring that you preserve your peace to grant you that energy to be able to go the extra mile as you keep facing the challenges by day to overcome them. If you don't have your peace of mind, it becomes even a worse situation for you. And so strive for your peace if you're an entrepreneur and you want to gather enough energy to stand the test of time. Peace of mind as an entrepreneur is an asset. And also remember, integrity is value, is cash value in disguise. So preserve all this around you as an entrepreneur as tools you will need to progress within the entrepreneurial ecosystem. My thought with you for the coffee session. Cheers and peace.